What's up, everybody? It's Buffalo Ben 15 Golf back at it again. Guys, it's happening. We are here for the 100th course vlog on this channel. Unreal. I am so pumped. And it's just been a wild ride. I've had a lot of great rounds on this channel. I've had a lot of crap rounds on this channel. I've had a lot that were so crap that I deleted them because I was a coward. But we're not doing it anymore. Whatever happens today, all right? So, we are here at Bucks Run Golf Club in Mount Pleasant, Michigan, the place where I'm interning. And there's a reason why I'm doing the 100th course vlog on this place. Look at this place. I mean, it is magnificent. Even the carts, they got GPS, they got a phone charger, they got the rain guard, they got all the fixins, guys. Really, it's one heck of a course. And I am blessed beyond belief to be able to play this place for a nice rate of $0.00. So today is going to be one of the toughest courses I've done on this channel. Rating wise, not so much up there, but slope wise, it is the hardest. I think I've crunched the numbers. It is the hardest slope rating course that I've ever done on this channel. It is a 139 slope, 71.3 rating from the white tees, which we're going to play today, which are about 6,400 yards. I don't know if I'm ready for the blacks yet, though. I've got that match against the Saginaw Valley State guy. I think we are going to do blacks that day. But for now, we're going to do the white tees. So it is a pretty windy day, though, today. And I gotta keep this blasted driver from cutting too much. As you saw in Riverwood, we got a new driver, the Cobra King LTDX, and I've been loving it. I really, the only thing about it I wish was the same as the grip on the other one, but this grip is not bad. But I'm looking forward to today, guys. You guys are going to be blown away by this course. 18-hole special. Here we go. That is phenomenal. It has been nearly 3 years since this channel begun. And it's here. This is it. The 100th course vlog at Bucks Run, guys, in Mount Pleasant, Michigan, the place I'm interning. And let me tell you what, we are starting off hot with a birdie putt. About the easiest pin position you can have on this hole. The greens here, guys, they are nice. They're running at about an 11. Really solid. The grass is finally starting to blend in. On some of the sunnier, higher altitude holes, it looks even nicer than this, but course is looking the best I've ever seen it. What a venue for this 100th course vlog, guys. We have been working harder than we ever have on our game all year. My scoring average is down to 40.7 at the time I filmed this and ticking downward. And I tell you what, that putting stroke, that pre-shot routine where I do 2 or 3 practice strokes while looking at the hole, it has been paying some serious dividends. And it might just get us in red figures here.
Stolen away, Leno in front of the ditch. Right off the get-go. Tyler Ennis puts it away. And Buffalo Buffalo has the 1-0 lead. 10 seconds into
Stuff
the game.
you can only believe if you see it on video.
Go.
You're welcome.
All right, so on to hole 2. And that is not a typo. The whites are longer than the blacks on this hole. And the idea behind it, it's all about the angle. You see this big lake to the right of this hole. And it is, yeah, there's a lot out there. A lot of water. But the blacks are over there. But they kind of curve around like that, as opposed to the whites being right here. But the reason the whites are still considered easier is because from the black angle you have a forced carry over the water, whereas here you just need to avoid keeping it right. So very interesting design of this hole. I'm a really big fan of it.
When you're working at the golf course you're doing a golf vlog at, guys, you got to advertise it a little bit. Advertise the layout. That was just my 2 cents on this hole. And in any event, it is a very difficult hole, whether you're playing it from the blacks or the whites. And even after I absolutely pummel this drive, every bit as good as the one-on-one. Wait till you hear what club I have in. Yeah. This is a big boy.
So, I'm going to try our best. Pin's in the back middle. So, not too tough of a pin at least.
So headed into this approach shot, really daunting shot. 165, 160, somewhere in there. Force carry over the water with a 4-iron early in your round. And I mean, I know the day I played it was actually 91 degrees. It was actually a scorcher. But I know the heat is supposed to help you loosen up, but I was still really tight. And as you see there, just not great extension there, kind of hood the face over a little bit. And as you see, it goes way left. And now we have got a really testy pitch shot to a green that's kind of a punch bowl, but, you know, it's not to the point where the punch bowl is strong enough to where the ball can come back, and you still got to deal with the downslope in the front, right? Yeah, those are always really annoying shots, and that's why this is stroke hole 3. I mean, even when you miss the green, you got to miss in the right part of the green. Like I said, the transition from courses with lower slope ratings to higher slope ratings, it's often not just hitting the green, but hitting the right part of the green. Well, it's also not just missing, but knowing where to miss, if you know what I'm saying. So as you see here, downhill putt for par, back down to the bottom of the valley on this middle tier here. Pretty good effort. I wasn't going to be too aggressive with it because the last thing I need after a birdie is to just immediately put out the flaming fire that I built for myself by going double bogey and just falling right back down to earth. So birdie bogey start, we'll take that all day. Even par through 2 is not an easy thing to do on any golf course. And heading into this third shot, another big forced carry, this time on the tee shot, and absolutely slammed. 3 out of 3 drives we have hit north of 250 yards. It is absolutely awesome to see that new driver is paying off, and also the swing changes I have made with it. With just my setup and incorporating the kind of shoulder lean into it, it has just done wonders for me, and not kind of chopping across at the ball and trying to steer it with my wrists as I do with this 3-wood that goes horribly wrong. So now we are going to have a really tough shot out of a bunker. And to be honest, when bunkers are this nice, you almost don't mind playing out of them. I tell you what, guys, Bucks run. I am just blessed as can be to work at a place like this. Bucks Run has actually been rated in the top 25 golf courses in Michigan, both public and private, multiple times in the last decade. It was rated in the top 50 public golf courses in America, not just the state, but the entire country in 2010. Yeah, and if you come to Bucks Run, you'll see that list from Golf Digest in our clubhouse that they gave us. And we've also had some U.S. Open qualifiers here. We've had a ton of PGA Michigan section championships. It is just a really well-renowned golf course, and there's a reason. The layout of this place, it is absolutely dastardly. 71.3 rating, 139 slope. That's just from the whites. Get ready to hear this, guys. The black tees, 73.5 rating, 146 slope. And that is south of 7,000 yards. This place has some teeth around these greens. And here's another putt about the same distance on 2 that I just had to be so defensive with. And luckily I got that right again. And yeah, you guys are going to see how tough this course can play. This pin on this par 3 here, not only is it a long par 3, it's 193 yards. I'm using 4-iron here because it was slightly into the wind. If that pin was in the back, I may have used a 5-wood. And there are multiple par 3s this long in this course. And like I said, with the 4-iron, I've been improving on it. Ever since 2021, I finally clicked with it, and ever since, it's gone from the worst club in my bag to probably one of the top 3 clubs in my bag.
On the green, but in a different area code.
And like I said, though, guys, even though I hit that 4-iron immaculate, this is about hitting the right part of the green, not just hitting the green on courses this tough. And this is what I like to call the toilet pin here at Bucks Run, because in that front of the green, when that entryway is so narrow and that ridge is so tough to deal with, as you see here, dang it.
Isn't that something? 1 year perfection, the next year it's all wet.
So as I was saying, as the toilet pin kills my chances at a par here, because this putt's going to be impossibly fast. The reason I call it that is because the bunker on the right side pinches in so far, and so does the water, to the point where the distance between the water and the bunker between the pin is about 30 feet from the furthest left you can go to the furthest right. So a 5-yard window either way.
Well, he's just compounding and just error after error mentally.
And with the hole being 4 1/4 inches wide, I had less than 5 inches of wiggle room to get that ball in the hole, and that was the result. 100 times out of 100 times, if that putt missed, there was no way to keep that one short. It really kind of was a layup putt, if you know what I'm saying. But at least we make that. Okay, no 4-putt. I can live with that.
No 4-putt, thankfully.
I tell you what, man.
Don't turn it into a 4-putt.
That putter would have been sweating on what I would have done with it had that putt missed. I saw a really funny video that I sent to one of my friends the other day where a guy made a putt, but he thought he missed, and he snapped his putter in half before the ball dropped in the hole. I tell you what, if my ball had hung on that lip and then dropped while I wasn't looking after I looked up to the sky and probably tossed my putter on the ground, I certainly would have felt like him there. But luckily, it's escape with a bogey, but we are on a bogey streak of 3 holes here, and this is stroke hole 1. And the reason is, even after another really good drive that I hit, I got a 5-iron in here, and it's leaking a little bit left. There's bunkers over there. Oh, boy.
Did I seriously gosh.
But we somehow are going to be able to
But there's a small
get
kind
by
of
both of
straight
them.
of rough where I think you can be in between them. I don't think I'm in them. Yeah, as you can see in the GPS, those are two separate bunkers.
What actually happened, guys, it hit like the rough between the two bunkers, and because the ground is so hard over there, it actually bounced over the second bunker. So I'm actually behind both bunkers here. But it's still not the best miss I could have had, because this whole green from this angle slopes downhill. So this chip is going to be almost impossible to get close. And pretty predictable on what was going to happen. Yep, another one that races by, because I just am not missing these greens in the right spots. Thing is, the angles you need on the greens change so much dependent on where the pin is.
Very close.
And I almost still make it. That would have been an awesome par to snap the bogey streak, but unfortunately the bogey streak is going to extend to 4 holes now as I tap this in. Or nearly kill myself trying.
Oh, my. Look at this shake and bake. Look, where are we going? Oh, my goodness gracious.
So, yeah, I thought I'd leave that in there because I thought that was pretty funny. But, yeah, in any event, guys, tap in bogey. I know there's some golf YouTubers out there that would make themselves take the stroke after doing that, but I'm not that stuck up.
His reaction. He's not happy, and he's in those
The
trees
golf
as well.
gods might make me pay for it, though, as I pull my tee shot a little bit, and there's some dense woods over there, and I know.
We've got about 240 out. I know I heard it hit this tree right here. I didn't know where it ended up, so man, that sucks. That's Buck's Run, folks.
I thought I was doing the right thing by really turning through that ball, because there's wetlands over there that you have to carry on the right, which aren't too tough to carry, but that rough on the right side. I mean, even though it's safe, it's annoying to be down there because of how thick it is, because it's a really low-lying area. And the ball is way below my feet here, even after taking a drop. It actually is marked as a red hazard over there, so it was actually permissible for me to take a lateral drop. It was not a lost ball because of the red stakes. And, man, just barely lose this chip as well, or pitch shot, I should say. Just did not get it up the ridge. Another hole where it's just got such a tough green. The green complexes at Bucks Run are absolutely ridiculous, some of them. Like, you can stand on one side of the green and the exact opposite side of the green could be 7 or 8 feet higher than you. I'm not even kidding. Like, there's some greens like that. Like, hole 17 comes to mind when you guys will see that coming up. But for now, we got to just focus on this putt about 25, 30 feet, maybe even longer than that up the hill. And it's another great lag putt. The lag putts have been really, really solid so far today. I've only had 1 3-putt, and a very understandable one at that. I haven't really lost many strokes on the greens so far. Every lag putt I've had, other than 4 outside of 15, 18 feet's gotten within 2 feet. So that's really, really good job there to keep the mistakes to bogeys. I mean, I know we're racking up a lot of bogeys, but 4 over through 6, and I got 5 bogeys on the card. Yeah, I mean, I'll take that all day long. So off to hole 7, which is a pretty tricky hole. It's not super difficult because it's pretty open on that right side, but you don't want to go too far to the right because you'll just have a forever in because of how much it curves to the left.
I mean, look at this hole. It almost turns 90 degrees, this thing. It basically does.
I tell you, with where we hit our tee shot, though, with that 3-wood, that has been an absolute stripe show this year. I mean, I know the 1-on-3 wasn't very good, but off the tee especially, the 3-wood has just been magic this year. We're talking probably close to 240 driving distance. I lost a little bit of distance on this one just because it's a really shady area, a little bit softer. But you cannot end up in any better of a spot than this off the tee. And as you see here, we capitalize with a great pitching wedge.
This is actually about a perfect shot I just hit. Perfect distance. Time for us to drain a birdie.
Lining up this putt, I'm thinking we have been close all day from this range. It has just been a lag putt clinic, but right now we are going to try to thrust the dagger in. It is an uphill putt, can be more aggressive with this one, and let's see how we do. Left to right about 2 cups. And I just get a little bit too aggressive with it. I just hit it through the break a little bit. It was not a ram. It was not me absolutely smoking it 5 feet by. So we do snap the bogey streak. Back on the par train. Gotta love it.
All right, so this is another hole that kind of, it's all about the angles. The 188 and 193, only 5 yards different. And I'm actually going to play the black tee because the view is insane. The white tees are here. You don't have to carry as much water. You just have to avoid going right. From out there, you got some more carry to deal with. But we're going to take it on. I mean, the last hole was basically from the black with how far back they had it. So, yeah, let's just do it.
So headed into this tee shot, I'm thinking we have got to hit a better 4-iron than we did on hole 2 because that is not going to cut it on a tee shot this tough. Left, no real bailout area left because there's big fescue mounds and trees over there. This has got to be an 8 out of 10 shot minimum.
So good.
And it sure as hell is.
We'll take that all day long. On the front edge. I probably could have gotten away with a 5, but there's this big collection area behind the green, which is the safe play. You can't even see it from the tee, honestly. And then you round this corner and you look at how absolutely breathtaking this is. Oh my word. I mean over there too. That's 18. The one in the distance, and 14 green as well over there. 13 green is a good view too. It's unbelievable, guys. Unbelievable. Blessed beyond belief to be here. Thank you, Emily Rohde, for giving me a chance as an intern. Because I would have never been able to see this. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
You know, guys, in golf, we're always trying to rush to the next shot, just eager to hit it, hoping it'll be the shot of our lives. But sometimes we just got to slow down and just fully appreciate the moment that we're in. And that was one of those moments for me right there. So, lining up this birdie putt straight up the hill. And this one is the first major mistake with the putter so far. Just a bad leg putt, totally babied it. And now we're lining up this 6-footer to stay at 4 over. My goal was to get sub 40 on this front.
Was to save par and to stay in the lead.
Oh my goodness.
This is not good. It's beyond hard to watch.
Just an awful, awful display right there. Just pulled it a tad, and that's all it takes when you give it that much pace on the uphiller. That is all it takes. We were doing good, and then that happens. This course will keep you on your toes when that pin position on 9 does not look nice. It's crazy what one missed shot can do right there, guys. I went from thinking I got a chance to break 40 here if I make this and then birdie 9 to now, after missing it, now I'm 5 over and I'm thinking, oh, if I bogey 9, I mean, that's a 42, and that's just only a step above bogey golf, you know, and you guys know I'm better than that. I know I'm better than that. I know that if I'm playing bogey golf, I got no business being at Ferris State for PGA management, that's for sure. And we go back to our good 2021 playing roots there. Back when that looked like 2021 golf season me right there on that drive. Just no problem down the middle, right? And then a tough approach over water off a hanging lie. I just don't get down to it. It was just a terrible strike.
Oh, you lucky little rascal.
And somehow, by the skin of my teeth, we make it over the water still. And I do apologize that the camera was blurry. I guess when I was setting it down, I must have messed with it weird. It was just another good lag putt. Really bounced back well after hole 8. Hit a great lag putt to about 2 feet. Tapped it in there. I mean, you could still see where I was kind of at, you know. But I got that to fall there. So we're +5 after 9 holes on the 100th golf vlog. And if you guys have ever played Bucks Run, the back 9 is a little bit easier. It plays about a stroke easier. At least that's what Golf Association of Michigan says on the app. And I certainly make it look like it here with another absolutely bashed 3-wood off the tee. Heck, I should, honestly, when I'm hitting the 3-wood this good on courses this tight in the woodlands, I should honestly think about just saying, you know what, screw driver, I'm going to hit 3-wood all day. I mean, I honestly don't think it would hurt me that much if I'm going to hit the 3-wood 240 almost average off the tee, you know. And as you see, it leads me to a really good pitching wedge. Again, able to stick one just like on hole 7. I went 3-wood pitching wedge, and we got about that same distance here for birdie. This one is also uphill, but it is right to left. So, a little bit of a change up there, and I don't quite adapt to it as much as I need to. Another really well-paced lag putt, though, just a tap in back the other way. You guys know I made that, even though I messed up and didn't show it on the video. So off to the 11th hole here. It is a dog leg to the right and another absolutely smacked 3-wood. Oh my gosh, guys. Like, this is just a clinic with this club.
Guys? It's like a Mo Norman. It's like what did his swing look like? It was something like this. Like he would stand super far away. Like he would extend at his address, like as if he was at impact already. That was his strategy, he says. And this is what it would look like. It would be like, he'd keep his left arm like straight. It'd be like this. That's what it looked like. Comment section, rate my Mo Norman impression on 1 to 10.
I tell you, hitting 6 out of 9 fairways so far today after hitting this one, I'm not too far off Mo Norman's pace. I mean, he was one of the most accurate players to ever play the game. He actually has 17 holes in one, if you can believe that. I mean, that's got to be a world record, no? I mean, comment below if you know if that's a world record or not, because I would certainly like to know. But getting back to my game here, We've got slightly over 100 yards here headed into this par 4 green. That pin is in a pretty tough spot. It's kind of on the back tier, but it's not like all the way up on the ridge. So I try to get too perfect with this and just swipe under it a little bit. That's something I've definitely been struggling with my wedges this year. I've lost so much distance on the wedges compared to the last couple years. I remember some vlogs back in 2020 and 2021 I was hitting the gap wedge 130. Now I'm struggling to hit it 110. So, I don't know what to tell you guys. My distances with like all my wedges have gone down by like 15 to 20 yards. And I have been working on it a little bit on the range since this video. I found a swing that works for me. If I stand slightly close to it and don't bend my knees as much, I can usually get a few more yards out of each wedge. The spin goes down a little bit, but you guys know I know how to spin it, at least with my chip shots. So I've been helping myself out with that a little bit lately. But let's see if we can help ourselves out here with another mid-ranger. Kind of been so-so with these.
That kind of day. Can't that just fall?
Yeah, really?
That one doesn't go, does it? Yeah, Bennett, you thought you could make short work of both the short par 4s to start the back. Yeah, you thought wrong. So that is definitely a tough pill to swallow. 6 over through 12 holes now, or excuse me, 11 holes now. I mean, seriously, guys, the comparison from having to go 2 over through 7 rather than 1 over through 7, it feels like more than one stroke. I mean, I tell you, I've probably pulled it off a lot more breaking 80 if I've got 2 shots to play with heading into the back third of the course rather than 1 or fewer. I mean, you guys have seen me hold it together through the last few holes, but if we got shots like these...
Oh my, that's a shank! He decided to re-tee, that's a shank! Oh man. This hole will make you do things you don't do anywhere else.
Cannot believe I've just done that.
As I was saying, if we have shots like these with a ton of trouble around them, you just cannot expect to be sharp all the way through.
Basically have to re-hit.
And as you see here, I get bit harder than I've ever been bit by one of them.
Go at it again, shall we?
I think this might be the first time I've basically taken a one-shot penalty and dropped the ball in the exact same spot ever on the channel. First time for everything.
That's what I should have done the first time.
And it's just, guys, that I'm so brokenhearted when I watch that ball just plop in the water. You couldn't even hold up on the fescue for me and let me hack it out at least. Yeah. Mighty considerate of you, Bucks Run. Just a tragic mess this hole just turned into. And as you see here, another tough pitch shot up a big ridge. There were a lot of tough pins on this day. A lot of back pins on 2 and 3 tiered greens. And this course is known for them. And as you heard Johnny Miller say on the Russell Knox 17th hole at the Players audio a few minutes ago, this hole will make you do things you don't do anywhere else. Well, that goes for this course. This course will make you do things you don't do anywhere else. Even if you're working there and even if it's the 100th golf vlog. And as you see, we go from +6 after 11, a manageable situation, to 8 after 12 holes. And now it's a nearly impossible situation. This game is so infuriating and so sudden at times. And I tell you what, I would be lying if I told you it didn't rock me to the core. I mean, my mind started racing. I'm thinking, oh my goodness, this is the start of a major meltdown. I'm going to hardly break 90. I don't even know if I want to post this anymore. What am I going to do for a replacement video? Crap like that just clouds your mind. And you just can't let that happen. And as you see here, that takes me away from the fact that I probably needed an extra club, because the giant upslope of the just outside of the bunker makes my ball pop straight up and basically tranquilizes the fact that I pounded my tee shot and into a birdie situation, you know. And now we've got such a tough chip where we basically need to make it. Oh, wait a second.
Give it a chance, give it a chance! Right at the edge.
Guess you're going to be waiting a lot more seconds, because that one just burnt the edge.
That one.
And as you heard me say there, to add insult to injury, this is no gimme. This is an 8-foot downhill slider that, to be honest, is on one of the toughest greens on the entire golf course. And if we want to keep the break 80 bid alive, this needs to go.
Too firm.
It doesn't go. Of course it doesn't go. And just seeing that happen, going from +5 in the first 10 holes to +4 in the last 3,
Is this
heartbreaking.
not absolutely magnificent right now? I'm trying to enjoy it. These last 3 holes that kind of put a damper on things, but I'm trying to stick with it. I know the only way I'm going to be able to get what I want out of this round score-wise is just to keep pushing and keep fighting. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take it right at this pin. It's out there on the peninsula, but you know what? Fortune favors the brave.
I tell you what, guys, one of the nice things about Bucks Run, even when you're playing badly, when you see holes like this, it's hard not to crack a smile and say, man, what a day. So with that in mind, I get ultra aggressive with this 9-iron. Just doesn't catch the wind.
And that ball jumped in the water.
Out.
Every single shot I'm hitting right now just seems to do nothing I want it to. Even though I've worked on my swing so much. I've worked on everything in my game, including my attitude, so much. And it's that improvement in attitude that makes me able to settle myself over situations like this and hit excellent chip shots to salvage bogeys. You give me that chip shot 100 times, maybe a third I get inside 8 feet, maybe 10 wedge-worthy. Really solid. I'd say we're sunk. And that penalty on 12, the chunk 5 would killed me, man. I tried to smooth that way too much, and I just didn't accelerate. I didn't decelerate, but I didn't accelerate either, so that's what that happened. So our personal best on this course is 81. I shot 84 the first time I played it, 81 the second time I played it. So let's try to, like, maybe beat our personal best. I mean, that would be an 80. Maybe tie it, 81. That would mean we'd have to go 1 under through the last 4. And 15's a par 5 of only 490.
262 to the fescue, that wetland, but it doesn't go all the way across. So I am gonna try to hit a driver, and then I'll be able to attack the green with maybe a 3-wood or a 5-wood. We'll see. So, but let's try to get a birdie here, and after that, we'll see where we're at. So headed into this reachable par 5. I know I need to take an ultra aggressive line, and we got the driver out.
Oh, this is
Should not have pulled driver.
This is way
Not a good choice.
This is 100 yards right of the fairway, center of the fairway.
This has gone from heartbreaking to hopeless.
Yeah, this is so sad. And so unnecessary.
Oh, look at that. We cracked another 3-wood. Guys, I do not know why I didn't just use the 3-wood off of that tee.
Sometimes you hit good shots when you don't care.
Trying to hit a spot where I would have been aiming towards the out of bounds on the left, would have had to curve it around that big tree on the right of your screen had I pulled off the driver. So that was just a no-brainer to use 3-wood off that tee, and somehow I used less than 0 of my brain. And as you see here, this 9-iron just doesn't hold the green. The pin was actually in a really tough spot. There's a huge, well, not huge, but deep bunker to the front right part of the green, and the pin was guarded by it quite a bit, so kind of had to bail out left. Went into the collection area. Geez, I wish these chip shots mattered a little more. Just when they're for par and you miss it and you just make bogey, it's like, okay, so what? I still am sucking. So wedge-worthy back-to-back holes at least, so that's nice. I tell you what, guys, I feel like I kind of backed myself into a corner back on the last hole's tee box when I was just saying, you know what, I'm not going to break 80. Let's change our goal to tying our personal best. And it just led to kind of a steery swing with that driver instead of going all out.
And that's where it's headed. And it makes it easily. And now he has a wonderful angle to play a second shot to this whole location. What a drive.
Now that, guys, is more like what we need to be doing with that driver. Man, did I ever give that a rip. I tell you what, in situations like this where we got to have the best 3 holes of our life, basically, to make this round respectable for a golf vlog. I mean, I tell you what, guys, I'm not happy with scores like this anymore. I know, like 2020, early 2021, I would have been rather happy with, 83s, 82s. Not now. We are going after it, guys, and we want to get every single shot we can still out of this round. Just kind of a second wind I've picked up lately.
Is it his time?
Oh, and that wind's gusting now, baby! An absolutely textbook birdie there on one of the harder holes on the course. I can't even do the Coletta celebration. I'm so frustrated after those last 2. Actually, you know what? I'll do it, fine. You're welcome. It's the 100th golf vlog, guys. We're Coletta celebrating every time we get a chance. And I tell you what, this hole, out of all the par 3s, is definitely the most gettable, and we might have another chance for a birdie here. Just a 125 pitching wedge. Pin is in the middle tier.
And higher to the right.
And we hit that middle tier. Sorry you didn't get a great view of it from the tee. But I mean, come on. The signature hole here at Bucks Run, the Chippewa River, running rapidly. And this big old cross the bridge. I actually crossed this on 15 too. Heck, I'm still looking for my ball on that darn tee shot. Heck, there's a chance it came over and sliced this far. I mean, this is absolutely incredible. Incredible. really can't beat it. You really can. Coming up to the green here. It's even got a little like gallery section right here, and I don't know what that's for, to be honest with you. But let's make this birdie putt. Yeah, the 15th tee shot, if you guys saw that stone wall in the distance beyond the red tee before I turned left on the bridge, that's where the tee shot ended up. So that's why I dropped on the red tee. But anyway, back to the 17th hole here. Right to left lag putt again. This time it almost goes in. I tell you what, that sucker burnt the edge. And guys that let me play through it already hit their tee shots, so they drove up behind me, watched me hit the putt. They're mocking the fact that it was an easy putt, even though it wasn't. Really, really good par there. So, off to the hardest hole on the golf course, the 18th, the longest par 4 we have ever played on this channel. 475 yards. We are tipping it out on this last hole. Number 1, because the 100th golf log. Number 2, because the view's insane. And number 3, God, how sexy would it be to make par on this hole? And certainly gave ourselves a chance. Not a bad drive. Can you believe this? Is this not just spectacular or what? I mean, it's just incredible. Yeah, look at this. It's unreal how nice this course is. It really is. I got a long way in, though, I can tell you that. All right, guys. We have got 258 brutal yards left.
Guys, this is a par 5 in disguise. The par 4 on the hole sign plaque and on the scorecard is a lie. I mean, the excuse for a par 4 being this long, maybe the fact that you can really cut off a lot of yardage if you be aggressive, but this would be a long par 4 on the PGA Tour.
My goal is just to get it up by that bunker. Give ourselves hopefully a chip and a putt.
And I tell you what, I wasn't going to cut off a lot of that fairway. Going in the water on the final hole, the 100th golf log, oh no, we can't have that. But we got that 3-wood in our hand. We can still do this. And it's hit.
Just don't go in the bunker. It's in the bunker. I did not think it would go in the bunker, folks. Did not think that would happen.
Not only did it go in the bunker, but man, was it just infuriatingly close to making it over. Like, we're talking less than 3 feet away from that lip. And we get over, get to ride that half pipe of fairway down to the bottom left of the green. Just an easy up and down for par, right? Not going to happen. Need to hit a really good shot here.
The swing he made at it was vicious.
Look at this.
It's just not a fair fight.
No, it really isn't, Roger.
Woo! What a shot! Wow.
What you just saw me pull off was one of the hardest shots in golf. At one of the highest stakes moments that we've ever had on this channel. And after facing the jaws of defeat, we went under par on the last 3 holes at Bucks Run. None of what you just saw was staged, and none of what you just saw was anything short of miraculous. That finish was beyond anything I've ever done on this channel, golf quality wise. Those last 3 holes were played in 10 shots, with 2 of them being holes on this course I get a stroke on. That was not good. That was not great. That was not spectacular. That was not even perfect. Those 3 holes were destiny. That was this channel personified. What you just saw in those 3 holes. I will never forget every one of those 10 shots I hit. Even the one you guys didn't see. Because, man, I didn't even Coletta celebrate on that 18th green. I just stood there, just kind of dropped my putter to the ground, looked out on the water, and I just said, man, this was worth it. All the struggle, all the hardship, all the times that I was told by many golfers that I have played with, oh, you having a bad round? Just crack a beer. You having a bad round? Just smoke a joint. Just half-ass it and just enjoy yourself. You're wasting your money if you're not enjoying yourself. Well, I tell you one thing. I am good at this game. I might not be great at this game, but I'm good at this game. And I am going to do everything in my power to make sure I stay good at this game and get even better. And that means upholding my word, saying that no matter what happened today, I would film it and I would post it. Saying that no matter what happened today, I would stick with it. And I've stuck with this channel for the exact same reasons that I stick with golf. Because I love it, and I don't know what I would do and who I would be without it. And to all 264 of you so far that have subscribed, of just north of 28,000 total views, thank you. Thank you for respecting and encouraging me to be me. Because I am not going to change for anyone. More golf vlogs to come. This is only the beginning. This is Buffalo Ben 15. The one, the only Buffalo Ben 15 signing off. Have a good day, everyone.